Okay, so have you ever uh, tried to talk about mental health and just felt like you were totally lost for words?
Oh, yeah, totally. I think we've all been there.
Yeah, and it's like so important to be able to talk about this stuff, you know.
Oh, for sure.
So we're going to dive into this 360 Vibe Talks episode
Okay,
that gives you like all these tools and phrases to navigate these conversations.
cool.
So it's like a mental health phrase book,
I love it.
right?
Yeah,
And they really highlight how important communication is for like breaking down the stigma.
absolutely. I think that's key.
Yeah, and like they jump right into it. You know that hesitation we all feel about opening up about this stuff?
Yeah, it's real.
It is. And I think it comes from how we're brought up. Like we celebrate physical strength, but then vulnerability around mental health is like seen as a weakness.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to talk about it.
Right, exactly. But this episode like dives right into the solutions, starting with vocab.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
helpful.
They break down like all these key terms like mental health and wellness, therapy and counseling.
It's like mental health 101.
Yeah, yeah. But they don't just like define them. They
Mm-hmm.
show how to use them in real conversations.
Oh, cool. So you can actually like use them.
Right. Like they have this example where the host is talking to this psychologist, Dr. Sneha, and they're discussing like managing stress.
Okay.
And she suggests something so simple, like just deep breathing.
Deep breathing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds basic,
Yeah.
but it's more than just getting oxygen right.
Yeah, right. It's like it actually triggers something in your nervous system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called your parasympathetic nervous system.
Okay.
And that like slows your heart rate down and helps with anxiety.
So you actually calm down.
Right, exactly. And they even suggest picturing like a peaceful place while you do it.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like a mini mental vacation.
Exactly.
So cool that they give you these like practical techniques with the vocabulary.
Yeah, it's super
Makes it
great.
actionable.
Right.
And then they get into therapy and how it gives you a safe space to process your emotions
Mm-hmm.
and develop those coping strategies.
It has like healthy ways to deal with stuff.
But they make this point that therapy isn't one size fits all.
Oh, that's so important.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And they talk about different approaches like CBT.
What's CBT?
It's cognitive behavioral therapy, and it focuses on changing how you think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And there's also mindfulness-based therapies.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
It's all about finding what works for you, not just following some generic plan.
That makes a lot of sense.
And they stressed finding a therapist who gets your needs,
Yeah.
and matches your personality.
Like someone you can actually connect with.
Yeah.
It makes such a difference.
Okay. Ready for the best part.
Yeah.
They give you all these ready-to-use phrases to talk about mental health.
Oh, wow.
Just like a cheat sheet for real life. You know?
Awesome.
Things like, I've been feeling a little overwhelmed lately, or talking to someone really helps.
I love that.
Simple but powerful.
Yeah. And they're not all clinical and complicated.
Exactly. They're just words anyone can use to start a conversation.
Yeah, even just asking someone, how are you feeling really,
Oh, yeah.
can open up so much.
It's about creating that space to share.
For sure.
And get this, the podcast challenges listeners to use one of these phrases in real life.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like putting what you learned into action.
Totally.
So we've learned that having the right words helps us have these conversations.
Yeah.
Things like deep breathing can help with stress.
Mm-hmm.
And asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Couldn't agree more.
But here's a thought for you. How can you help create more open conversations about mental health?
That's a good question.
Maybe checking in on a friend or sharing your own experiences.
Yeah.
Even small actions can make a difference
Absolutely. They can have a ripple effect.
and create a more compassionate world.
Totally.
Thanks for joining the deep dive.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
See you next time.
Bye.